welcome to the channel. BTC has done a very interesting move today. Markets rallied on the CPI data that came out. They took it as a bullish signal, and the banks, the depositors from the banks have been saved. The people who have money on those in SVB and in Silvergate and in what was the third bank? I forgot. There was like a Signature Bank. There were some of the banks that the depositors were saved by the US government. So people took it as a bullish sign, and the CPI data came out somewhat two data points came out as predicted, as forecasted, and one came out a bit hotter, which might entice the Fed to increase the rates. But however, economists and analysts are saying that the Fed might not increase interest rates since they just helped out these banks, and they might pause in March and maybe resume in May with 25 basis points. We'll know in about a week on the 20. I believe it's going to be on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. However, what did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin rolled down the past few days and came down to the point. Let's see, was it the 0.618 retracement of this entire move up that we had? We came down below the 0.5. We didn't get to the 0.618, but we came below the 0.5 over here. We hit this horizontal level that I had for a while, but I don't look at this chart that much because it's on, I believe, Bitstamp or on Bybit. I don't take a look at it so much, but I had this level 19692, and we bounced off it perfectly. I didn't buy the dip. I missed out on that. Now let's look at the analytics. The move down was supported with large volume, and now the move up is supported with large volume. However, we came up and hit this trend line that comes down from these 2 wicks that I had marked out in December, 19th of December, and this wick on the 22nd of December. So these 2 wicks, I had drawn a trend line expecting a bear flag breakout over here, and I left the line on the chart. I expected this to play as a bear flag, and we're going to break down. Now, as you can see, this trend line came up. We retested it over here on the 17th of February. Then we broke down, and at the moment we tested it bearishly. So basically, we need to get above this trend line, and today that point is at 26,290. We need to start closing 4 hourly candles above this, or hourly candles to project upwards. I'm going to keep this video as short as I can. I will show you just 2 more things. Looking at the weekly chart, and we look at our 55 EMA, we are above the 200 and the 55 EMA on this chart. It will be visible, Bitstamp chart. We are above the 50 and the 200 at the moment. That is the other one is the 55, sorry, at 25,128. Currently, we're at 25.5. So we are above it. That is a positive sign. That is the first positive sign. We need to see a strong breakout and a retest of this. Now, if we can get a strong retest and open and close of a candle above 4 hourly, daily, weekly, large time frame candle close above and continue, that would be bullish. That is the first thing I want to show you. The second thing, I want to go to the CME futures chart. Where am I projecting for Bitcoin? At the moment, I'm long. That means I'm short and I'm long at the same time. I shorted the highs and I entered the long at the retest of the 50 EMA on the 15-minute. It's a bit of a risky long, but I thought if BTC has momentum to continue to the upside, fair and square. If it's going to fail and go down, then I'm already short and I don't mind. I have 2 targets that I'm watching for BTC. One is closer than the other. The first one is the 28,750 zone. The 27,330 to 28,750. This here is a CME gap. that we made come and recover. As you remember, last week we came down to recover the CME gap at 20k. Perfect recovery. You can see that gap. We finally came and recovered this gap that we had from 9th of January 2023. Now we have this other gap over here. We might come up here, but we have another problem. The CME chart has... Oh, we recovered this. Okay, I thought we did not. We recovered this gap. Let's go on the daily. But we formed a new gap. Yeah, on the daily, we came down over here and recovered this gap, the 20k gap, but we formed a new gap in the 20k. So we have a gap at the 20k zone and we have a gap at 28k zone. Now what will happen if we can get up to the 28k zone? Then I can see us, there is a possibility that we release to the upside. We have a zone of resistance here, but once we get over this, then we could come to the 31,300 zone. The 32,400 zone. Because we have also a smaller gap over here. This is at 34 to 35. We don't need to get very bullish at the moment. Things can turn around. I mean, looking at this price action over here when we had this big red candle, we did not expect it, to roll over and come down this low. Over here, many people were talking about 26k. I had posted a video in February, and I was talking about 26.5 being the next target. We didn't get there, but today we reached there, and we just let's go to the Binance chart. On the Binance chart, the price is different because it's on USDT, but on Bitstamp and Coinbase, it's on USD, and there is a difference of approximately at the moment about $100 to $200 in price. Now here you can see today's candle went as high as 26,489.9. Let's call it 26,490. So I missed my 26.5 prediction by $10. I posted that video in February, about 3 weeks ago. The title was Bitcoin 26.5. Unfortunately, now I went to rewatch the video and I realized that I had posted it, but there was no audio. I just noticed that 3 weeks later, but I was talking about why am I thinking that we could get to 26.5, but we were somewhere around here. That would be 3 weeks ago. So I would say we were at these levels possibly. So today we reached that target finally, but after going lower, we could be in our fifth wave up, or we could have done a 1, a 2, and we're on a big third wave up. So that's uber bullish. I mean, it's very bullish that we came this low, held almost at the 0.618, a good target for the wave 2. We held below the 0.5 and we're pushing up impulsively. Can this be just a bear squeeze, or are we really going up higher? We'll have to see what will happen in the next few days. We hit the 800 EMA on the daily, this purple line over here, and you can see we got rejected. This was a 1.618 extension at around 26,121. We hit that. I've had that target for a while in my chart. That was counting, I believe, a 1, 2, and this was my 1.618. Let's try and map it out again. I counted this down here as a 1 all the way here. Let's see if it will match up. I'm not sure what was I doing, but I had the target. Let me see. This was the bottom of the third wave of the first wave. We take it to the top here and we bring it to the bottom here. That's a 0.618. Yeah, I'm not sure how I measured that, but I had this target for a while and it hit. Well, I'll have to analyze that and see how did I get that the target. Yeah, so basically Bitcoin has reached the target and hit an ascending trend line that I showed you in the other chart. 800 EMA, exceeded our previous highs, and now we're holding here. Bitcoin needs to get above the 26,121 at least on this chart to start going higher. My aim for the upside is up to 28,750. For the short term, we might go higher, and to the downside, I have 20k as one of the lows. I have 23.5 as a zone for support, and of course the psychological 25k zone. All right, that's my update for Bitcoin. Trade safe, watch your levels, don't make trading uberly complicated. I mean very complicated. We have our value area high over here, 23,500. So if we come down, this would be a good zone of support. We have a horizontal support. Once we start breaking out, then you should worry about 22.8 to 22k zone. That's my update for Bitcoin. Hope you liked it. If you did, hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. More trades, I'm out.